All right. Hello, hello, hello. It is Saturday night. We are back. Another live stream, Labor Day weekend. Hope everybody's having a great holiday weekend so far. Be working on the MG wing as we've been working the last few weeks doing decals. Hopefully getting close. We're, I think, probably a little past halfway in the wing, and then there's the shield and the rifle to do. Real quick, though, a couple things before I go jump in the chat and say hello like I usually do. Number one, definitely do hit that like button if you enjoy these streams. It helps out a ton. Really appreciate that. And number two, if you haven't yet, you want to head over to mechawarehouse.com. We are doing a Labor Day sale this weekend, 10% off select items. A lot of good stuff is on sale. There should be a banner at the top with a link to that collection. And you'll want to click that to see the things that are on sale. We got some good restocks this week as well. But a good chance to stock up on some stuff if there's something on sale that you like. So good time for that. And with all that said, though, I'm going to jump in the chat and say hello, see what's up, and then get to building. So what's up, Dylan Dull, Jason S, SP, Matthew Mahoney, respect to the Sosby for a COD, nice. Good time to grab that one. That one's on sale. So Taylor, Comic World Boss, what's up? Benedetto Valor, R. Prats, Kyle Dixon, hey Nick and crew, happy Labor Day weekend. I feel like my weekend's not a happy weekend, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. What's up, Kyle? Kyle Romano, me building Gunpla and forgetting it's Saturday. Nice. Number 9, that's my birthday number. Crimson Thunder, how's everyone doing tonight? What's up, Crimson Thunder? Matt Atkinson, King Z, Celestial Beans, what's up? Kyle Walter, what's everyone building tonight? Great question. What is everybody building tonight? So that's doing great. Got my son his 3rd Gundam today and ordered him the Dozelzaku for after Christmas. Kids been into kits a week and his hooked solid. Nice. So Matthew Russ, Matthew Mahoney, Stealthy Bedlam, what's up? DDX5, RDDN, what's going on? Rob Rosencrantz, Jason S, Matt Atkinson, Howie Doodat, what's up? Lillian Sandslash, Gundam Hunter, are you doing every decal? Basically, the vast majority of them. RDDN, will you be laboring on Labor Day, Nick? The warehouse is closed, but it's definitely a working weekend for me and for Kate. Today we spent basically the whole day. We started probably around 10 and wrapped up around 7:30, working on the Q4 order form, trying to get all our numbers together for what to order for the next big Bandai order, and we're maybe like a third of the way through, so probably doing that all day tomorrow too, the way things are looking, and maybe even Monday as well. We'll see. I really hope we get through it tomorrow though. What's up, Matt Weaver, Gojira, Jody Carrot, 2 model. Yeah, don't drink and snip nubs. What's up, Urfig? Brainstorm sale is super tempting, but waiting for that full armor unicorn Verka. Makes sense. That's gonna be a good pickup. What's up, Azrael? Finish my Night of Dark Sky. Cool. Brent Burton, what's going on? But HG Sinji Stein with you. The sales also picked up MG Ground Gundam type and paid for a nice lower price. Nice. It's a Buster. Oh, just ordered me the high noon from you guys for my birthday. Nice. The landing wife gave me the Rona, so I'm taking it easy. What's up, Dan Bowman? Okay, I think I'm caught up. I'm gonna start working on the water slides. I forgot to get my my stuff up. It's been crazy. We broke to eat dinner relatively late because we were working all day, so that resulted in me getting up here and getting situated, I feel like, later than usual. The Psychozaku in a bad way. PGR 78 has some chunky feet. Wait for the RG God Gun. Yeah, that'll be good when that comes in. Okay. So I'm working on the wings. I need to figure out what I need to figure out about the wings. I think I got like all of these. So I think it's basically back to do the same ones, but on the back this time. You know, a sandpaper-like kit? You mean like a kit of sandpapers? So I wish they'd print some more Deep Strikers. Yeah, it'd be cool to have Deep Strikers come around again. There's some good stuff on the Q4 this year. Some Fiesta with Depeche. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely are some. There's a sandpaper or sanding sponge sets from Disbay that I think are currently in stock. Those would probably be a good place to start. They're pretty popular. There's definitely a few others as well, I think. But that's the one I would probably suggest, at least as a place to start looking. Okay, 49 and 48. Hello from Hobby Lobby. Okay. Got the Disbay sanding sponges last order. They're terrific. Nice, good to hear. Some blocks for nails. Even grab the Sosby, add in the gun cannon, Asmodee, city scenes in hands. Things add up quick. They definitely do. Definitely do. I'm gonna grab a couple kits this week myself. The Darkhorn called my name, especially when I found out that some got damaged. I snagged one off the damaged cart before they got put away, and the other one was the RG Mark II Titans that just came in recently. What's up, Paul Kardash? I also love that you have all those display logos. I need to get the Char's counterattack one when I order some decals, definitely. As I order, I perfectly thank you. Nice Heathcliff, glad that came in good. 3 MG kits early, see if Nick can guess which order. There's probably a lot of orders with 3 master grades. I haven't really been looking at every order all day either, so. Pick on the Discord, pick up a Turn A. Any idea on when the Turn X will get reissued? I'm not sure. I haven't looked recently. I don't recall if it's something we've already ordered and got confirmed or if it's on an order sheet. So Peter Pitch working outside in my day off today, doing landscaping. This is a nice way to unwind as always. Working outside definitely get you. Man, I gotta stop banging the desk. Myself want to get the Sosby more or less expensive kits. It's definitely a tough trade-off. Get to the point where I'm really looking forward to being done with this kit and on to the next thing. You still reserve the God RG. I believe it is still up for pre-order. I know we're getting low on our pre-order allotment. We added some more because we had put up less than the full amount as pre-orders. Less than the, and when I say full, I mean the 50% of incoming that we usually do. So if you want to pre-order it, I would not wait too long on that because they're gonna run out. The pre-orders will. We got tons coming, so if the pre-orders sell out, you still have a really good chance of getting one when they come in. You just have to keep an eye on when they go up. What kind of do you keep the slides on? They stay on their own with just the water. The Mr. Mark Setter helps though. Super disappointed that I was fast enough to get the Turn A or the gear at Doga earlier. really popular, just a low quantity. So the MG Turn A hasn't been printed in years because I don't think we've ever had it in stock. So it's been at least 3 years maybe since it's been printed last, and we got a good number for maybe a year ago, but not a great number for now. So they sold pretty fast. Keep slipping off. You got to make sure you get all that water out. So I use a wet end of the Q-tip to kind of help get the water out initially very carefully, and then I use the drier end to get the rest of that moisture out of there. And for Gundam Hiroboshi, any idea when you might have it? Not off the top of my head. You pay for pre-orders up front. We do collect the money up front, but they're basically guaranteed. Actually, wait for my HGAC Shenlong pre-order. If you got that from us, then we haven't gotten confirmations on the HG Shenlong yet. There's been at least a few people that ordered the Gundam Universe Shenlong figure thinking that they've ordered the high-grade Shenlong, but we have not gotten confirmations for ours yet. Is the Sky Grasper a good size? I don't know. The full mechanic pants will get repeated? I have no idea. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, 72 and 71. I don't know if I mentioned it as well. We are giving away a master grade Shenlong today. They just came in stock again. It's a good kit. So we'll be doing draws for that a little bit later in the stream tonight. Opinion on the frame arms type. Hector Joyous just bought it today. No clue what these kits hold. I've never built the frame arms. I've heard they're decent though. Reputation of sanding, no marks to polish. I use 800, 1500, 3000, but never looks good enough. Not really. Shenlong or Sandrock. Did I say, I said Sandrock, right? Or did I say Shenlong? If I said Shenlong, it's because my brain is totally fried from staring at spreadsheets all day. But I meant to say Sandrock. Tell me that when the MGEX pre-order will be up. We're working on the order for it now, so it'll probably won't be for a while because we need that confirmation. I feel like we're one of very few shops that doesn't put our pre-orders up until we actually know what we're going to get, because I don't want to take money for something that we might not actually receive or receive enough of. And it's so hard to predict how many we're going to get, especially right now. That might get easier to predict in the future as supply eventually catches up. But right now, I don't feel good about the idea of taking money for something that might not show up in the quantities we think they're going to. So many of those super popular items, we only get, 10 or 20% of what we ask for historically so far, and so it gets really hard to guarantee you get enough. Tell you, Nick, watching do these make me try water slides again for the first time since I was a kid. Nice. How did it go? Nick, since the second was Goof Day, what is your favorite variant of the Humble Goof? Oh, that's... I don't know, Goof Custom maybe? Gotta love the Gatling gun. Good business, especially with the current size. How do you start a successful business from nothing? I mean, that feels like a loaded question. I don't know how to answer that in a short sound bite. A lot of hard work and just trying to do the best I can for our customers and try to provide more value than I think our customers necessarily would have expected. Is probably the short version, but it's really a lot more complicated than that, unfortunately. You did something else previously, just curious. So before this, I was a consultant. I was doing embedded software consulting. Didn't realize I could add a God Gundam pre-order to an order placed. How does shipping work with that? If you have a mixed order with a pre-order and a in-stock item, it won't ship until the pre-order item arrives. God Gundam's probably going to arrive in the next month or so, hopefully, so you won't wait that long. But it's definitely something to watch out for. If you're pre-ordering something that's not coming for 6 months, you're going to wait in those other items. Jody Garrett, I pre-ordered HD Shedline from USA Gundam. Did I mess up? I did this in March. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I've heard a variety of things regarding how people's experiences getting pre-orders from certain other stores, but I've never done it, so. Order size went pretty good considering the last time I tried them was almost 30 years ago. Don't trust pre-orders unless it's from the official Bandai store. That makes sense. We've had a really good track record. There's only been a couple items we've had issues with pre-order wise. It's been really rare because of the way we do things that something doesn't come in. But if you wait long enough for our pre-order to go up, I suppose you could have missed it somewhere else. So the full armor Gundam T-Bolt water size 100% took me 3 days. Not bad. So I still pre-ordered the RG God at the same time as pre-ordering the EG News shortly before the news release. Not a fan of other companies' practices. Yeah, right now especially, I feel like in an ideal world, taking pre-orders before we place our order would be the ideal thing for us, because we would have a lot better data on how many we need. But I don't like the idea of taking money for something we can't deliver, so there is that. Hey, all happy Labor Day weekend. What's up, Weeks K? It was turn A, sold out fast. They did, SP. They sold out very fast. It's always a bummer when something sells out that fast. Because from a purely business perspective, that means we could have done way better yesterday in terms of sales had we gotten more. Trying to guess those numbers and deal with quantity cuts and stuff has been challenging. Fear for Mecha Warehouse, nice. Want to pick up one of those two. Gloss coat or matte coat on that wing kit. It's glossed right now. It'll be matte when I'm done with the decals. Oh, shoot. There we go. Good MG turn A, but lucky for me, my local stores still have a few. That's good. And I still have a turn A with wings. I'm not sure. I haven't been paying much attention to P Bandai lately. Trying to avoid having to spend more money myself. You do gloss over first, have decals in the matte coat. Will the matte coat still cover some of the minor imperfections on an unpainted kit? Yeah, definitely. The matte usually like completely nullifies the gloss in terms of the final finish on something. Airbrush your clear coats or spray can? I airbrush. All right. 49 and 48. Do you cop a HGAC Heavy Arms space outfit? I did not. Someone cancels the P Bandai turn A is sold out. Makes sense. 49 and 48. Matte aerosol at the end of a customization. These Labor Day sales are going to help me get an airbrush. Sales are a good time to get things that are expensive. Luckily for me, the last P-Band job had nothing of interest for me since Dazzle Zabi decals seemed too much for a straight builder like me. Decals aren't that hard. Water slides aren't that bad. I hope any drops this month will be the same since I spent 200 with Mecha Warehouse earlier today. We've got a lot of good stuff coming. I've got put an incredible amount on the business card the last week with all the shipments that have shipped lately. It's killing me a little bit. The unpredictability of when things are going to ship from our suppliers. We got a bunch of other stuff that I need to pay to get moving as well from some other vendors. So there's going to be some good restocks coming. I think those are the half dry transfer gold ones. Okay. Tornado, MG GZ Custom is one of my Grail kits. Been waiting forever. I put on pre-order ASAP. Regrets that the CCA Doga pair has not arrived yet to throw on that order. All right. Is anybody excuse me, has anybody seen that new movie on Prime starring with Sylvester Stallone? What was it called again? Samaritan. Ended up watching that last night. Okay, the kids are out of the house, so had a little extra time to do stuff ourselves. 64, 65. I mean to watch that. I haven't yet, but definitely want to. Is it good? As I feel about it? I thought it was good. I heard should have went to theater. I think it was a pretty good movie myself. 64 and 65. Okay. Some good action, decent story, I think. I was kind of curious if it was based on some sort of comic book or something, because it's definitely like a superhero kind of vibe. But it was definitely a different type of superhero movie, if you will. Kind of a different twist on things. It was kind of cool. I'm trying to watch the first episode of Rings of Power, but it was putting me to sleep. I feel like all the Lord of the Rings stuff puts me to sleep. Kate and I watched The Hobbit a few weeks back, all three of the Hobbit movies when I was sick, and you know, they were decent, but they definitely get you a little sleepy, or at least they get me a little sleepy. And trying to watch Lord of the Rings now in anticipation of trying to watch that new series. But I feel like the Lord of the Rings movies, there's something about them, and I think I finally was able to kind of put my finger on it the other day, and I think it's because they're based on these books that are so expansive that everything feels disjointed at times, because the story is meant to be long, and so you get these long, like, wandering through the wilderness montages between some other stuff going on, and it's okay, but for some reason it kind of gets me, knocks me out a little bit. This building painting, I need to figure out this double vision I'm getting so I can get back at it. I hope you do. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Other books that would put you to sleep. I like the books. I really like the books a lot. It's just the movies, I think, because they're trying to capture the essence of the book, and they're trying to put these, massive books into a story short enough to get on film for a movie. They really should be like series or something. But it just always feels like there's a little bit of disconnection between one part and the other or something, and that, to me, I think is part of what puts me to sleep when I watch them. Then again, I feel like I fall asleep like every other movie we watch these days. I'm just too tired. Those of you who've watched the Rings of Power, though, how do you like it? I've heard some mixed things about them, let's say. Stallone is one actor I could never get enough of. I enjoy those movies. They're getting restocking MG Zaku's. I'm not sure. I know there's Charzaku 2 on the order form that we were working on today. So hopefully later this year there'll be that one at least. Even for Wheel of Time on Amazon, felt like there's too much book content to fit into a season. It's trash. Like how Gandalf has gone like 18 years, but the movie is like he took a quick trip. Thought it was the dreamy, ethereal version of the music and environment that made me sleepy. It's a little bit pretty decent. We see what happens. It has promise. I read a funny thing. I should go look for it. I probably won't be able to find it in a reasonable amount of time, though. If I look on it, some comments about it. I hate it. Should be interesting to pace it. Power was decent. Didn't think too much going into it, but good enough to watch episode 2. Interesting. Okay, so I need to get my crap together here so I can do this drawing. So Run Suits is already at Charzaku 2.0. Gotcha. There might be other ones on order, but I don't know. We're into completely really made up characters and bleak acting at best. Rank sucks, but looks cool. Well, just for the record, I mean, all the characters are made up. I mean, most of them would hopefully be made up by Tolkien and not some other random writer, but MG. Excuse me. Okay. Writing sucks, but it looks cool. There you go. Not very Tolkien-like. The producers even said they want to get away from Tolkien-esque feel. We described this as the best-looking average show. Interesting. Okay, so we're giving away this Sandrock. Let's see, what's the number range? And what's the question? So what Hollywood plus Amazon using a skin of an IP they want to kill off. Nick, a little late tonight. So I found a cookout. How's it going tonight? Good, Mark. Life is good. Just busy. Okay, so let's do this. So let's do a number between 1 and 900. 1 to 900, and answer the question, which of the kits that was announced for fall or winter this year, that's supposed to come out later this year from Bandai, are you most waiting for? What's the one you want the most? So 1 to 900, most anticipated kit for the rest of 2022. Remember, one number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to US addresses, and you do have to be present to win. Trying to do all my throat clearing with the mic on mute. There's no like rice to some of the characters. Their story's pretty much all made up by them. Oh, interesting. Not sure, probably one of those witch kits. Oh, that's true. Anyone want to see that show? I guess we can talk about that soon too. The Witch of Mercury prelude. That would be a great topic because that came out this week as well. Okay, so next up would be 64. Oh, on the wing. So I haven't seen release yet. Been busy. Prelude, yeah. Witch of Mercury prelude. Witch of Mercury, or Witch from Mercury. I don't know which one it is. It's the new Gundam anime that's coming out later this year. They just released the prelude, which is like, I think it's kind of like a primer to the story. It's like a one episode thing. And this nasty post-nasal drip all day, and it's like getting worse. 64 and 65. Where can you watch a prelude? It's on YouTube. Gundam Info is the channel. It's like the Bandai official channel or whatever. It was really good, the prelude. Some good action, good story. I'm really curious about what happens next and where everything goes. Animation with style was good. It reminded me a lot of like Unicorn, and just like that kind of cinematic feel a little bit. It's amazing how far they've come with some of these anime properties since way back when. Mecha Warehouse is going to try to get all the kits from Witch of Mercury, of course. The question is how many. They're literally on like 5 months worth of order form for each one, which is very, very unusual. Usually you might see like 2 months, but they're guessing that they're going to get produced, or that they're going to be really in demand, I think. Excuse me. An MM kit for the first time. Ghost Mark 2, it felt like building an oversimplified full mechanics kit. Interesting. Expecting a huge demand. Yeah, I bet. This will be the first time that Mecha Warehouse has seen a new series released. Like an actual Gundam series. So it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. Happy birthday thing between the two. Oh, Japanese horn at my back door just freaked my kid out. We have a demon bug at the back door. B-Day saw me, my 7-year-old cry. Yeah, there's definitely some, like, I don't know, it was very well done, you know? Like, I feel like some of the older ones don't really get that same effect. You don't, like, feel the emotion of it quite as much as some of the newer ones. Maybe I'm special in that I'm not affected by the old ones, but All right. Surprised I really liked Witch. I was getting worried I was no longer in a Gundam after the last couple series. I'm really looking forward to them coming out with the rest of that one. Okay, I think I'm going to call time here in a minute. You do this drop. When you say Q4 orders, does that mean Mecha Warehouse will get the kits in Q4 or at a later date? So Q4 is October, November, December production, which means in theory, November, December, January arrival. That said, I think we are still waiting for items from like last October. A few, not all of them. Most of them have come in by now, but there's at least a few. So it's hard to say because things are always so hit or miss on actual delivery, unfortunately. I wish it was super consistent. Okay, just turn that off before that starts trying to play. Random number generator. Going up to 900s. I'm gonna call time here. Okay, time has been called. We're drawing a number 417. 417. Wonder if we have any winners. I don't see any. If for some reason I missed one, let me know. But we will draw again in a little bit. 3 off. Bummer. Okay, next one will go down there. Oh no, the other one goes up there is the thing. Okay. No winners. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we'll draw again in a little bit. We'll try it again. I think the song has a very Incredibles vibe. Try a bit more. Gonna get a bit 3. I'm gonna start the smoker. It's the same numbers. In a second I change them, they'll get picked. Very true. Hate the books, but the movies were great. I think you're a little bit behind Jason. I think Cowboy Bebop vibe. I haven't seen Cowboy Bebop, so that's probably why that wasn't my go-to on that one. Stop streaming, go watch it. Alright, see you guys later. Get some ribs, you guys and your smokers. Sounds good, actually. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad about that. It's funny. I have a lot of stuff I'm supposed to watch that I'm behind on. I don't unfortunately have a ton of time for that kind of stuff. Okay, so this goes over here. Okay, next up on the white, this is gonna go. Okay, so up here. Okay. There's another 64 and 65. I added a Kotobuki 144 buff kit and experience pointers on those. I haven't built any of those myself. I wonder if anyone in the stream has. I missed the drawing, but I would have picked 817. Well, the number was 417, so you're in luck, I guess. For the Friday night Zoom stream, can anyone join on camera or only admins? Anybody can come on camera. I mean, as long as you're dressed, I guess, or whatever. What's up, Troy? Okay, 64 and 65. Where am I at? So my Mega Unicorn fell today. Going to storage so I can display it properly. Ouch. Jason, you're definitely way behind on the stream. You might want to hit that refresh or whatever. I want to jump on, but I didn't want to be that guy who invited himself. Yeah, you're more than welcome to join in, Depeche. Work meeting the other day with the camera on. I was wearing a nice button-down shirt, basketball shorts, and Crocs on my bottom half. Not far as the best plastic, but we'll go have some aesthetically pleasing kits. I feel like there's a lot of manufacturers that are coming up with pretty good looking stuff these days, and even decent build quality for the most part. But Bandai's definitely, you can't touch them for the quality to cost ratio. They seem to have the best pricing. What do you use to clean up your nub marks? I use sanding sponges. I've got some 3M sanding sponges I've been using forever just because I have so many of them. At some point I'll run out and have to switch to something else, but I bought in bulk years ago, and I've been using them since. Whereas I recorded the MGX Unicorn, we did. I just finished up HG GM ground type, and I saw an older grunt kit during the Friday night build without a cam. Nice to just be there to hang out with people with the same hobby, definitely. I honestly usually mostly just kind of lurk when I'm on the Zooms these days. Unless people have questions or whatever, but I'm usually catching up on work or something like that, depending on what's going on that week. One of these days I'll have time to start building during the Zooms again. going to start my Astra at the Origin. Also, do you think they'll drop my Alfred the MG later on? Depends on how the high grade does. If the high grade does really well, I have a feeling they will. What makes Verka so different than standard kits? MG versus Verka, any kind of thing. Mostly style. Just Kotoki gets his extra little spin on things. Sometimes they're a little more complicated. It's a few extra parts. It really depends on the kit. How many hours a week would you say you spend building? 2 hours a week for sure with the stream, and a good week maybe another 2 to 4 hours when we do our family hobby time. But that's hit or miss depending on the week. Okay. Always water slides and Verka kits, I think. I think a lot of Verka, if not all of them, have water slides that come with it. 54 and 53. Hobby time really like that. May try that with my family. Yeah, we set up the attic where the warehouse was, quote unquote, when we were starting the business out of the house, into a like hobby studio room. Can use for whatever, and so we use it as a place to do our building. Usually Kate and I are working on whatever builds we've got going on. My eldest might be working on a kit. Lately he's been playing with some of my old Steel Tech and Erector sets, enjoying those, and then my youngest might play Legos or drive trucks on the floor. Seems to be the mix, or puzzles on his tablet. And 4 kids under 12 means not building that often, I'm sure. So work on my full armor gun thermal for COD, nice. For all those watch me build, nice. Legos are good times too. Until you let your kids get a hold of them. I've got some nice Technic sets that unfortunately the kids wanted to take apart and start rebuilding, and you start losing pieces. It's really frustrating. Is Delpy going to get restocked anytime soon? Yes. So we placed a Delpy order a while back, actually. It's been weeks. And there was some confusion regarding some potential tariffs, I think, because of the size of the order. We're still kind of trying to figure that out. Part of the order has shipped, and we have some of it here, actually. The rest of it, I think, is about to ship, or just shipped. I'm not sure on the exact status of that. So hopefully in the next 1 to 2 weeks, depending on warehouse workload, since there'll be restocks and check-in are definitely some of our most challenging restocks. We got a ton of kits coming in lately too, so hopefully we'll get those restocks up and ready soon. Just got an RG Granddaddy for my 8-year-old son's birthday. Looking forward to working on that with him. Nice. Watersides are great. Stickers not so much. My kids built the Lego Quattro and Duplo, but nothing mainline Lego size yet. They also have magnetic blocks they build with that are awesome. I like those damn things. Some of the magnetic sets are really cool. You just gotta be careful because some of the magnetic sets can be really dangerous, especially for young kids if they got the really strong magnets and they're small enough to swallow. So I had my glass IKEA case with all my figures displayed. Had to take it down when my toddler started crawling and pushing it on it. It's a realistic gift for her birthday tomorrow. Gotta get him hooked for my sake and run backlog. Definitely 7 is good age. Good news for disc bay restock. Need the drill bits. So I was talking about Delpy. Display restock is on its way too. That one shipped a while ago and I think should be arriving relatively soon, but we don't have a ton of visibility into the tracking until it's like almost here, unfortunately. Okay, 20 and 19. That was almost bad. Hopefully that decal didn't get trashed. Might have cut into it a little bit. Pull this whole chunk off there. Expanding your display line always. Every time we order, we're trying to grab more stuff usually. There's photo etch parts for a plane I was building and someone in the post office still. Oh no. It came with clear color for eye lenses versus color correction stickers. I paint most of mine nowadays, but still. Which Lord of the Rings show talking and invoked Amazon drop a package of Lord of the Rings power all over it. Whoops. Oh, with the rings of power all over it. I think I said something else similar. Mention how mentally fatiguing it is trying to go through like 500 items and look at the history of every one of those items. We'll be able to wrap up these wings soon. I'm interested in a display hand stabilizer. There's a lot of new stuff coming. I'm kind of curious about a bunch of it. And part separator look cool. It's definitely a great tool. I'm glad I picked up a couple. I'm sure they're going to come in handy. W and X. I'll probably do these two decals and then we'll do the next draw for the MG Sandrock. MG Sandrock, that's what I said already, right? This was understand. Goblins free match draw. I thought I would order the handle for the 0.6. Didn't try to find it on the site. Okay, so this is gonna go right on there. I thought you said MG Shenlong earlier. It's Sandrock. I think I might have misspoke the first time, but it's definitely Sandrock. Sandrock would look good next to my heavy arms, just saying. They're a good pair. Perfect guy picked up a starter Avanti airbrush kit at Harbor Freight for $88 Not bad. Or did anyone want to jump in on the cheap? Nice. Brush painting models terrifies me. Brush painting, I feel like whenever I paint and try to hand paint anything, I got this artifact I was working on, and I think I need to like strip the paint and start over because I think I was going too heavy on parts, and I feel like I can never really get the whole idea of thinning paint for hand painting. Can't seem to find like what the correct ratios should be, and whatever people try describing like, oh, it should be a consistency of whatever, that blows my mind too. I just apparently can't figure that out. Thinner to use. Yeah, I struggle with that so much. I've used Vallejo Mecha with my airbrush, and I was hoping to use that same line of paint, but it seems like hand painting with it, like it's either thinned enough already or it needs to be thinned more, and I can't really tell. And when I thin it, then if I thin it too much, I feel like I gotta put so many coats on there, it's ridiculous. And if I don't thin it enough, then it's too thick. It's crazy. Try painting pilots with a toothpick. I'd love to paint pilots, but I haven't yet. Let's hand paint one of my daughter's toys to be glow in the dark. Had to apply very thin coats of the paint to it. How many coats already? I feel like I'm either applying like 15 coats or I'm applying like one and it's too much. And I can't seem to ever find the in-between. Okay. I wonder if anyone's ever hydro dipped a kit. I don't know, probably not, but that'd be interesting. Okay, so a similar number here. So since we're talking about hand brushing, let's go with that for the question. So we're going to put a number in the chat between 1 and 450 and answer the question, have you ever hand brushed anything? Model, figure, whatever. 1 to 450, have you ever hand brushed anything? Remember, one number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to US addresses. You need both the answer to the question and the number in the same comment for it to apply, and you do have to be present to win. Nick, when you sand down kits to paint, do you sand all part or just the nub section? I've been running into issues sanding down on part more than the other. Depends on the kit and the part. Generally just the nub, but I've seen people do it all over. Try the Vallejo model color line, like 1 drop paint to 7 drops water. I'll have to look into that one. Hand brushing a Leo right now. Nice. Okay. Brush anything would like to, but wanting to get some space for a station. Having a dedicated space for that kind of stuff certainly helps. Oh, I might have to go back. There's a decal I might have missed on the other side too. Let's do the ones I know for sure first. So let's go down to here, 54 and 53. Thanks for the sub, Hector Navarro. Okay, 50. Actually, let's start back up there. So do that little spot there. So that would be 64 and 65. What gets you most to see a reprint for it? Most want to, I'm assuming. Man, there's a lot of kits. Personally, I wanted Dendrobium, so I'd love to see that reprinted. I don't know what hasn't been printed in a while that needs a reprint. I think what else I would like. I don't know. Started to get airbrush. It's very nice, but I'm glad to have these years of hand paint technique already. Palette, it usually comes out fine consistency wise for hand brush. You know where the stickers go. So Hector, there's oftentimes in the manual it'll say I'm working off of a screen capture of the Verka manual because the decals I'm using are intended for the Verka, which is very similar design, so I'm making it work here. 58 and 57. Okay. That's actually not the ones I thought I was doing, but that's okay. Look back at a childhood one from 44 Sandrock. The hand brushed acrylic worked, and U-ball pen landing was pretty coarse. Paint the kit to resemble blue one. That'd be cool. Sure, it'd be great if you build it and put it in the store. It'd be cool. It would be cool. Probably the only place I have room to put it, actually. I'm gonna use Citadel for hand brushing large areas. That's where there's no brush strokes with that stuff. I'd kind of like to look into that, actually, maybe for the smaller figures and stuff, but I wanted to use what I had because I had it, you know, but it seems to be a struggle for me. I'll figure it out one of these days. Do you panel line before or after top coat? Depends on if I'm painting or not. In this case, this kit, I panel lined before I top coated because it's unpainted. And I panel lined it with a marker. When I paint a kit, I will often use some sort of ink wash, like the Vallejo, I forget what the color's called, but the Vallejo Mecha line has a color I use pretty commonly, and when I use that, if I use that, I will, I will gloss coat first because it's painted. It makes it a little easier to remove excess and stuff like that. Paint the pilots for the MG wing kits. Personally, hand painting is very stressful. Someone told me it's acrylic paint. No. What kind of paint do you use to paint the pilot figures? I want to start painting them. I haven't. It's a good question. I think you could use any paint that you'd use to paint any sort of figure or kit. He's playing the new SD Gundam Breaker game only a couple hours in and don't know what to think. Died. What was the question? Number range. Brainstorm. It is 1 to 450, and the question was. What was the question? Have you ever hand painted? That's it. I need to do that draw here too. I need to finish these decals already. Having some struggles with these decals today. Some of them don't want to stay on. Get them in the right spot, and then they lift off with onto the Q-tip. And then they don't want to move afterwards. I was not having this problem the other day. Okay, I think that one's good. I'll let that dry for a second while I do the winner. It's a Q-tip too. I'm just getting rid of the extra moisture. Okay, so I'm gonna call time here. Okay, 1 to 450 and 377 it is. Using Bandai slides. No, these are Delphi decal. What did I say? 377, I think. Yes, 377. Looks like no winner. I'll let you guys confirm though. If not, we will definitely do another draw in a little bit. Okay, 64 and 65. One I was putting on my Leo for my gun tanks. Yeah. Always a struggle. Nothing ever goes perfectly. Go Jet. See you later, Oren. All happy Labor Day. All you too. All right, I need to start over with another Q-tip, I think. Build kit this weekend. Woo, nice. What kit, Paul? Okay, 61 and 60. Use any top coat spray, or is there a specific one? There's plenty of different ones that'll work. EW decals, EW Sandrock, EW arms, EW wing, EW tailgate. Oh, those are all good. I'd say the wing is probably my least favorite of those. But yeah, so back to the top coat thing. Like there's a bunch of top coats that'll work. I mean, I've heard of people using Pledge floor polish as a top coat, so there's plenty of options. If it's intended for models, you're probably good to go. Best answer would be yes. All right. Pledge floor polish isn't in production anymore, if I'm not mistaken. That does sound familiar, but it does show you how versatile, or like how many options that there could be in theory. Right? If you could use floor polish, it doesn't really need to be something super specific. I've always used purpose-made top coats, Vallejo Mecha line out of my airbrush, or the Mr. Hobby out of a can. I forget what I used when I used to do Warhammer. I'm pretty sure I top coated those models too. Believe it or not, if your kits don't sit in the sunlight, you can use Armor All. I'm talking like polishing or painting still. Painting, I think. Okay, 54 and 53. Jeez, these wings have so many decals on them. It's different now for the pledge. Oh, what's it called? Or use top coat here. I guess I'm missing something. It's good to protect the models, and like the matte coat to me makes all the difference in how the kit looks in the grand scheme of things. It makes it look much more like real and less of a toy because it's not so shiny. So I'm setting gloss top coat before panel lining or applying decals and sort by Mr. Hobby flat. Top coat afterwards. For the new Gun Plus, I never use water slides, although I bought them. Should definitely give it a try. They're not too hard, and I think they also make a huge difference in how a kit looks. Using computer duster, interesting. You guys prepare a painted kit for top coat. I don't think there's much to do preparation-wise other than, you know, maybe to blow it off with air or something if you think there might be dust on it. Or something if it's been a while since when you painted it and when you're top coating. But you don't really need to do all that much to it. Survivor mass, but you know if they'll be getting which for Mercury kits like the Alfred, if so there any estimate on timing. We're definitely ordering them. I don't know when we'll be getting them for sure. I think a lot of them are scheduled for potentially 5 months worth of production. So they presumably will be coming relatively soon. I just don't know when we'll get our confirmations. And when they'll actually show up, since nothing seems to show up when they say it will. Gloss and a matte coat for decals. Yeah, I like to do gloss before decals and then matte afterwards because the gloss helps with moving the decals around. And the matte helps make the kit look less like a toy. Cool. Okay, 30 and 31. I think these are the last ones for the wing here. So 30 is flat or gloss top coat. Depends on the look you want. I like matte or flat for Gundam Croc Charms. I don't think so. Those are like a 3D printed item, aren't they? So I like the flat for the final. That's just the kind of look I like. Some people like gloss. I've heard someone say somewhere that a space type suit should be glossy and a, you know, earth ground type whatever would be more matte, but I think matte looks better in general. Okay, 30 and 31. You know, if you guys will put up a pre-order for Alfred, I've seen those sites do it, but waiting for y'all. We definitely will, but like we were talking about earlier, we don't put our pre-orders up until we get confirmed how many we're getting, because we don't want to take orders for something and then not get the quantity we think we're going to get and not be able to fulfill them. So that means that we likely won't see our pre-order up for a while unless the confirmations come around faster than usual. Now, fingers crossed we do get them early, but we'll find out. We all agree the worst sticker is the eyes. Special coating kit should also be glossed. True. I hate these long water slides. go. Building it out for tomorrow, and I'm very excited. Nice. We don't know exactly when pre-orders will get in, even after allocation confirmations, right? Correct. They promise a certain time frame, or at least indicate a certain time frame, because they give us the production month that it's supposed to be in. A lot of things do end up getting delayed these days. We've had items delayed, you know, up to like a year before they show up. So it's so hard to know for sure when something will show up. Most of the time they're pretty good, but they've been very late before, so it's hard to make guarantees about anything because of that. All right. You've ever used non-Bano decals and have them instantly be stuck, unable to move them? Maybe if there's not enough water. Use Sharpies in the eyes, a decent result. Sharpies are going to be really good for coloring kits. Okay, I think the wings are good to go. I'm hoping the wings are good to go. I'm sick of these wings, so I'm going to shove these off to the side for now. And I guess do the shield next. Hopefully the shield's pretty quick. I've had successful wetting a decal again for a reposition. Same here. When something gets stuck, I'm just putting more setter on it, and that usually gets it able to move again. And actually, we should start looking at doing a third draw. So I've got a number range picked out for metallic or flat paint, and pink or yellow for arc simulated eyes. Some tough choices. I guess you're not going to put the big decal on the shield. Probably not. I'm not the big fan of those big decals. I don't think they look very good. I tried hypercals. I have not. They sound horrible, honestly. I think a decal should be either a water slide or a dry transfer, not either. Okay, so I got number range in mind. So I guess another good question is we're on decals tonight. If so, the number range would be 1 to 270, and the question is, if you do decals or stickers for that matter, do you do all of them? Do you follow the manual? Or do you make it up? So 1 to 270. Do you follow the manual for decal placement or sticker placement? Remember, one number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to US addresses. Both the answer to the question and the number have to be in the comments together for it to count. And you do have to be present to win. All right, let's see. Skip those couple. Let's see, which one should I do first? So we'll do V. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 maybe. Let's do 67 and 66. A lot of manual, some winging it. Manual with a bit extra. Use a lot of my own plan. So I should put this in the orientation. The manual has it. A lot of people follow the manual. Okay, and these ones are going right on the edge of the white part here. There's a lot of followers here. Knock out the disc side, MG decals tomorrow. I'm going to try to time myself, see how long it takes. Do you get orders that have to be shipped in multiple boxes? Not super often. We do it occasionally whenever it makes sense cost-wise. Sometimes those bigger boxes, depending on the destination, will actually cost more than the smaller boxes. And honestly, the smaller the box, the safer the order tends to be, generally speaking. Because smaller boxes tend to be more structurally sound. It's just impossible to make a huge cardboard box impervious to the efforts of the package carriers and sorting facilities and all that stuff. Stick a decal anywhere. I'll put eyeballs in the V-fin if I want, and no one can stop me. Gunpla is freedom, Artie. I was looking forward to seeing how you guys fit a Salisbury Car Rick Dom and a Char Gelgoog in one box. It's probably a 24, 16, 10, I would guess, assuming the vertical's high enough. Is the giveaway over? Not yet. We got a draw right now. The number range is 1 to 270, and the question was, when you do water slides or stickers, do you follow the manual or make it up as you go or whatever? Who's had googly eyes to their Gundam? That'd be pretty funny. Especially like an SD kit, that actually worked pretty well. So this I'm sticking Google on my DACA contest build. Okay, next one's H and G. G and H. Should have said anything. You're right. Now we all have to live with this. Okay, G and H. Stay. So I'll put eyes on my 30 millimeter emissions tank. Like a Thomas the Tank Engine Gundam. What video games are you looking forward to playing? The only one I'm looking forward to playing is the one I've actually been playing lately. I don't play much in the way of games, unfortunately. I just haven't had the time. But when I got sick and had a little bit of spare time because I wasn't training as much and stuff like that, I roped myself into Door Kickers 2. I was a big fan of Door Kickers when that came out. A bit of an indie game, a tactical stop time game, I guess. I don't know how else you really describe it. It's like a real-time tactical that you can stop the time. and it's been a lot of fun. But I get time to play a little less, and I want to play video games. Or I get time to build less, I want to play video games. Yeah, it's a trade-off that goes back and forth. The nice thing about certain games is you can sometimes immerse more easily for a brief moment without having to get hooked in long term. You feeling better, by the way, Skyrider? Thanks for asking. I'm definitely doing a bit better. I still have a bit of a cough. It comes and goes. A lot of post-nasal drip. I think what happened is my allergies have kind of kicked in. And it's like exacerbating the recovery of my like upper lungs or whatever. Feeling that Atlas till the eye thing started. Play the demo's cool. Nice, Rick. It's a cool game, and a very game I've played, it seems like the most realistic in terms of like the tactical, like CQB tactics kind of games. Yeah, I get spring tree allergies. They suck. Yeah, the tree pollen was horrible this year for me. And this has just been bad because I can feel the post-nasal drip come on at certain times of the day. I don't know what that means, but it seems like it exacerbates the cough that just doesn't seem to want to go away. Alright, so I'm going to call time here and do that draw. And breathe through my nose this year. Allergies suck ass. Yeah, allergies are the worst. Okay, time has been called. And drawing a number here. 116 is the number. Ooh, I see a 116. Quan Wu. I think that's the only one. So, congratulations, Quan. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. You can send an email to support@mechawarehouse.com with your info, and we will get that sent out to you this week, hopefully. A lot of congrats on that one. I should say, what was the number? 116, Troy. I should say that, Quan, you should have to say something in the chat here just to acknowledge it. Oh, there we go. So awesome. Congratulations. And yeah, we'll send that out this week. MG Sandrock's definitely a nice build. I built that one a while back. I'm really looking forward to doing the Sandrock custom at some point. Okay, 63 and 62. It was fun, but 3M comes early, so I gotta go. See you next set. See you later, Jason. So close. No, I have to put in my order tonight for the Sandrock. There you go. We do have them in stock, and we got a lot of stuff on sale as well. So a good time to grab some stuff. Okay, 63 and 62 is what I said. I was getting Sandrock and Mudrock mixed up. I wish there was a master grade Mudrock. That'd be pretty cool. Carlong Father Kiss to get me through the next month. Nice. See, I always get excited when you post your restocks. Nice. Yeah, I'd jump on an MG Mudrock. Yeah, it'd be a cool kit. Mudrock's a cool design. Hopefully I'll get around to that high grade one of these days. Start thinking about what I'm building after the decals are done with that. Done with this kit. Not sure if it'll be, it might be starting on whatever it is next week, I guess. Picking up all the MG Wing kits eventually. Definitely should. They're all good. I feel like this kit, the MG Wing, is probably one of the weakest ones. They get like way better from here. Some of those angle tweezers definitely help. So Nick, were you surprised with that Toyota model kit? So much interest? Totally was. Absolutely was. I was not even really considering putting it up, and then Patrick's like, hey, we should put it up. And I was like, okay, sure. Give it a try. 405 at MGs, even if they're older. 06 Mudrock needs an MG. See you later, Yomis. Okay, 63 is going up on this side, I think. The reason that particular car got attention is the white black design was the main car for famous racing anime. Yeah, I'm aware now. I'm still a little worried that that's not the kind of thing people will search for at Mecha Warehouse. We got our work cut out for us with trying to build awareness on some of the non-Gundam, other anime, other mecha figure kits, etc. stuff, because I don't think people necessarily think of us as a source for that stuff, even though we've carried it for a while. Seen a 100 scale NZ66 statue besides the diecast one. There's definitely not a kit of one that I know of, or maybe there is, but it's not a, might be a resin kit or something. A lot of kits that deserve a 2.0. Cough cough camphor. The regular camphor was on the order form for Q4, and I think we got some camphors coming soon too. Okay, so that one's done. 51 and 52. Resin kits is a couple. This 3D printing a huge Kashachi is crazy. Two horrible things for Dendrobi reprint. Goof Custom needs a 2.0 too. That'd be great. And considering there's already a Goof 2.0, you'd think it'd be pretty easy to do. Kind of surprised that that hasn't been done. Okay, so it's gonna go right, kind of across there. It looks like. Thank you for this sub. Whoever that is. I cannot read that kanji. Explain what months are pertaining to each quarter. So Q1 is the first 3 months, January, February, March. Q2, April, May, June. Q3, July, August, September. And Q4 is October, November, December. And as far as Bandai goes, that's the production months, scheduled production months. Look up this guy, solo searching for Kshatriya kit. High grade Kshatriya we're getting relatively soon. I think we got a whole ton confirmed, I think. So hopefully we get what we're promised, because it should be one of those times that a kit actually stays in stock. That's a popular one, because we got a lot coming. So if you can hold out a minute, we'll have them. Okay, so there's 2 more, 59 and 50. No hope of protecting my wallet with all the awesome kits coming. There's some really good stuff coming. Q4 kits arrive in US shores by January, February. Ideally, usually it's like a month after, or it's supposed to be about a month after, because if a kit gets produced, say, beginning of October, it should take about a month to get to the US, so it should show up, beginning of November. But that depends on it actually being produced as scheduled. No delays happening in transit, etc., and that's what causes some items to end up showing up substantially later than predicted. But yeah, we got a ton of good stuff coming. The next few weeks we got some pretty intense restocks on the way. And I'm sure there's even more good stuff coming behind that, so some exciting times. It's getting fun. Trying to manage cash flow to handle these massive incoming shipments and keep things coming and going the right way. Definitely, I'd say the biggest challenge with the business right now is literally just the cash flow aspect and making sure we have enough cash for these big shipments that we're finally getting. Alright, there's one more for the shield, and that would be V. think this has a lot of extra decals on it, which is exciting. Be able to throw these decals into my decal storage for a rainy day. Any of you guys use like decal folders or anything like that with to keep your decals? Are there times you use a vise? I'd imagine decals to be easier with it. I do usually. I got my my vices up in the attic right now. Some of these things would definitely be easier with a vise to hold the piece in the right place. It really depends on the part, the shape, how it sits normally. But it can definitely be really helpful. This thing's almost got like its own little kickstand though, it makes it kind of easy. I have a binder of my booklets and the decals of each booklet, manuals and binder sleeves covered in Mecha Warehouse stickers. I've got a binder full of my manuals, but I've got a few of these decal sleeves with some decals in it. I wish I had a like dedicated decal folder or something. Would be kind of nice. It's like on my list of things to do someday. Photo album for decal. That's a good idea. You have a different little sleeve for each sheet, assuming that the photo album supports the right sizes and stuff. That's a really good idea. Okay, any more left? I don't want to do the big one. So I think that's all. I think the shield is done now too. All the packed my cards in my binder. That's cool. Actually, I should check if the shield has inside. Probably not. It says photo fits most decal sheets. MG have to be cut in half normally. That's cool. I'll have to look into that. Okay, 73 and 74. We're gonna be super close on this, I think. Probably be able to start something new at least sometime during the stream next week. If not right away. Figure out what I want to start on next week. Should probably go back to building something. Do sort alphabetically. I'm thinking removable sleeves for easier organization. Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. I almost wonder, like, it depends on how many decals you have, but if you got one that supports larger size photos, then you could potentially stick the big sheets in there too, without having to cut them or anything fancy like that. You could almost just get various types of photo album sheets that maybe are 3-ring ready, and then you could stick them in your own binder. What's the next build contest? We got a skill builder going on in the Discord now. The next big global like public contest probably won't be until early next year or really late this year that we kick it off. I thought about starting one in the near future, but it seemed like we would end up trying to wrap it up around the holidays when things start getting hectic for people, especially me with the business, Black Friday and all that kind of stuff. So I figured it was better to put it off until early next year, because things have been crazy lately. We'll hopefully be in a better place early next year. But we do have a skill builder, a little bit of an informal contest on the Discord if you're a Discord member. Do the messer. Messer would be cool. This new backlog to build. Messer would be nice. I got a messer. Just join what we're working on tonight. Aaron, we're working on the MG wing, doing water slides. Almost done with them. Where do you find Disco? Discord is able to join for everyone. Not everyone. It's open to any customers. If you've ever purchased from us before, you should have received an email with an invite link. If you've purchased and didn't receive an invite link, email support@mechawarehouse.com, and we can definitely help you out with getting that, getting in there. Call it a night. Good night, everyone. See you next week. See you later, Skyrider. Gotta get going. Great stream as usual. Have a great night. See you later, Mark D. Be wrapping up here pretty soon. Myself. I'll do these two on this little support thing on the back of the rifle. I gotta check how many are left in the rifle, but we'll probably kick off with the rifle next time, and then building something. I'm not totally sure what I want to build next time. Messer does sound like a good one. I've been wanting to build a messer. After it gets to the crowd vote, the build is an option. Still looking to carry airbrushing parts. We've actually got a new distributor that carries Iwata and some other stuff. So we'll be looking into adding some new stuff in the near future. We're just kind of slammed with this Bandai order. Did I build Muv Love on stream? I've never really thought about it because it's not something I've been into, and I've got so many things in my backlog that I really want to build that it hasn't been a huge priority for me. I've got a few other MG wing kits I want to build because I want to do them like this unpainted to kind of match these ones, and so those would be good options. I think I've got a couple other high grades that I've been kind of wanting to do. So I might just decide on one of those just because I really want to get to them. Alright, so that little shield thing is done. Messer's next to my buy list. Nice. I get good, quick on airbrushing. Because remember the HG Virtue and the fence about buying. I've never built one. Hopefully someone in the stream has. Maybe someone can give you their thoughts on it. Okay, we got two more for the little shield thing here, and then probably a bunch for the rifle. I'm gonna do these last two, an R and an S, which will go right down over here. think this will be the last 2 decals of the night. I'll make sure I get some sleep because I think I am working tomorrow on the order form some more. Master's a great kit. Painting one now. Hopefully be done soon. Nice. Biased because Virtue is one of my favorite Gundams. Get the 100 Virtue. Good looking kit. What about the high grade? Sounds like he's asking about the high grade. Got air show to go to tomorrow. Nice. Air show's gonna be quite a lot of fun. Start the RG Sosby, way more tedious than the new and high new. Is it? I haven't built any of those ones yet. I wouldn't mind doing the high new either. I feel like I'm a little bit limited in that I almost don't want to snap build kits until I know what I want to do with them. And some of those kits I know I want to paint them eventually, but I'm not sure what I want to do when I paint them. And so like I don't want to snap them too early to have them sit in a box for too long before I figure out what I want to do. Every chance I get. Nice. I think we went to one last year up here in New Hampshire. It was pretty good. All right. So I think that's it for those. So we got just the rifle to do decals on next time, and then we'll probably start something else. I guess I'll have to put some thought in over the next week or so what to build. Thank you all for watching, especially those of you who stuck around after the prize was won. Really appreciate you guys for sticking around, hanging out with me. Hope you got something from tonight's stream. Really appreciate the company. Don't forget, we do have that sale going, so head over to mechawarehouse.com. You can click that link up at the top to see the collection for what's on sale. We've got some really good items on sale. And otherwise, plan on seeing you next week, same time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Finish this up and start something new. So, later all.